Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. If this is your first time here, I'm going to ask you to subscribe, like, leave a comment, follow me on Instagram, join us on Patreon, send me money on Venmo as a nice tip. Or do none of those things. It's up to you. I thought I cleaned this before I started, but whatever. Let me not waste any time here and get right into this project before I decide that I don't want to do it. Because today, well, first of all, we're working with a 14-inch Dollar Tree Wreath base here, wired with 18 pipe cleaners. This color does not matter. I have decided the color does not matter. It's cute if they match when you look at the back, but who's looking at the back of a Wreath? These are just the natural color. I grabbed this one because it was already wired. My mom did it, so we might have to move some stuff around because she doesn't understand the concept of twisting wires. Today we are using... I don't want to do it. 21-inch mesh. Alright, I have nothing against 21-inch mesh. If that's your thing and you love it and it's great for you, that's fine. For me, I'm like, it's too big. I don't like it. It's upsetting me. I have PTSD because of it. But when the craft supplies are running out, you have to get what you have to get. So I got this. And I have swept my floor, I have used my Swiffer, and I have steam mopped, because this is probably going to end up on the ground. And I don't want this Wreath to end up with dog hair in it, or pieces of his food, or really anything to do with the dog, because he's the one who makes a mess on my floors all the time. Look at him, he's a sweet baby. Go lay down. He just ran out of the hallway really quick. I bet you he did something he should not have done. Alright, this is a 21-inch mesh. It is red and lime, and I think it was, actually I have the invoice right here, because I just filmed the unboxing. 21-inch, where is it? $7.43, not bad. This is also the same haul where I bought a $15 roll of ribbon for some reason. I'm going to try to put this over here and see if this works. I don't, oh, well maybe. Alright. We're going to start this. Let's get some of this. I'm going to pull this out. It's just so wide, y'all. And I don't want to cut it, so I'm just like, okay, well, I guess we're doing Poofs. Which, that's fine. I'm not a super fan of, like, I'm okay with Poofs. Oh, they haven't done anything to me. But I'm not like, eh. Like, if it's the only thing available, I'll take it, but I'm not going to order it off the menu, you know? Cable tie this down. You can always just use your pipe cleaners. I like a little bit of extra security. And I filmed a video this morning where I was working with zip ties and I was like, this is a nightmare. So I also have PTSD about that. So I'm putting this right before one of my outside pipe cleaners. Pull it tight. Also, pulling it hurts my back, so you know that's why I'm not the biggest fan of the zip ties. I'm gonna measure these from 6 to 18. That's this square on here. That'll give me 12-inch Poofs, which should use up pretty much this whole roll. Yeah. So it's on here. I'm gonna tuck these edges under and try to keep them under. It should be easy. So if our mesh stays there, it should be easy. Okay, measuring from 6 to 18 or 1 to 12 or whatever you want to do. I'm skipping the first one. Alright, this is not going to work. I'm skipping the first one and going to the next one. I'm skipping the first one where we just use the zip tie. To be honest, I thought this was going to be higher coverage. You are going on the ground now. And we will just be very vigilant about what you pull up. Hopefully nothing. My mom's coming over tomorrow. She's going to be like, did you sweep? Did you mop? What did you do that for? What's going on? Are you secretly seeing someone and didn't tell anybody? Yes, but also I had to film a video. Right, and we're just gonna go like this, continuing on with our poofs. And I will hang around the whole time just because, what else am I gonna do? Yeah, I just got an order full of Christmas from Craft Outlet. I was so excited. And then I spent $9 on one ribbon, and I went to go pull it like that because it was one of those ones with, like, you'll see it. I'm sure you guys have seen it by now. And it just split. I pulled to make it split, but still, it should not split for $9 a roll. It didn't split as easily as like the Dollar Tree ribbon does, but I'm sorry, if you're charging me that much, that ribbon should be perfect. But it was one of those ones that's like, instead of being stitched, it's like got like a perforated seam thing. And to be fair, I did pull at it because I knew it would split. I wanted to show you guys what was happening, but I was just like, oh, that's a turn off. Craft Outlet. I do like how quick the poof method is. Like, I mean, because you're not having to cut a bunch of stuff. You're not having to make bundles of stuff. I just feel like it does make a super huge wreath, which, welcome to the channel. So it's the end of July. This is my, I think my second Christmas project, which is weird because last year I did a whole month, every day, of Christmas projects in July. I wasn't going to work that hard again this year, so I didn't do any. Just kept up my regular schedule, but I was like, let me squeeze some in. I don't know how many of them you guys have seen. I think you've probably seen one so far. But yeah, I'm not into Christmas this year. I don't know if it's just because I've had a really rough year on top of last year's really rough. I mean, it's only July, and I'm like, I've had a really rough year, and there's still like 5 months to go, plus hurricane season, which started already, but still. Yeah, it's been a rough year so far with my back and the doctor trying to kill me and being in the hospital for 3 days and just general sluggishness via YouTube and Etsy, which I get it, nobody's buying a bunch of wreaths during the summer, but yeah, it has taken, like, just trying to keep up, it has taken a toll, and I don't think I'm going to do a Christmas tree this year. Which sucks because last year I made a bunch of ornaments, nowhere near the amount I needed, but I started. And I was super excited about my theme, and then the rest of this year, 2021 happened, and I'm just like worn down. I'm like, you know what? If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be okay, I think. I'll probably end up doing it. I'll probably, you know, get so far ahead with doing everything I'm doing now, and I'll just be like, okay, let me take a couple, because it's usually about a week. But if I could start making the ornaments again, if I could find the motivation to do that. But it's like, that's doing something for myself, and if I'm working on something, I want to work on something for you guys that I can either put out there or sell. So, alright, so we're back to the beginning now. I went right over, this is right where we tied on. I'm at the pipe cleaner there. You can jump up real quick, you can cut and start again. I'm just jumping from here to here. And why? Because I'm going to cover up all the mesh. Which I'm fine with, because I got a $15 ribbon to cover it up with. I don't want to, ow! Okay, sometimes I just kind of move the wrong way and my back falls off. I don't want, I want that to be the star of the show here, you know. See, my Christmas tree, if I do it, it's going to be super cool. If not, I'll save it for next year and y'all will see it then. But it was super non-traditional, like the most non-traditional tree I've ever done. It's just, that's a lot of work, and when I'm sitting down in my office, I'm just like, oh, do I feel like doing that? The ornaments I was making two kind of ornaments. One of them takes an hour if I'm really quick at it, and one of them takes about 2 hours and requires my Cricut to be running pretty much non-stop for like a day. So I keep doing this like that means something. Did I turn this off? I don't mind that it's still like liquid, that it's not like firm. I just don't want to be pushing my mesh up against the hot skillet. The Tennessee Williams play Deco mesh on a hot frying skillet. What it is? I like that. Is that Tennessee Williams? Cat on a hot tin roof? I don't know. Is he the one who was super racist? I'm like, is that the white guy who was super racist? Like a rhetorical question there. I think it was Tennessee Williams. I think Cheery, but my phone's messed up and it's probably not working right now. Okay, I think we are almost to the end here. Deco mesh, like, as much as I'm like, oh, 21-inch mesh, it is super nice to work with when there's no cut edges. I can just pull this. I'm not worried about it fraying. I'm not worried about it falling apart. Alright, and then this is the last one, which will be where we jumped up. I have a lot left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I have enough to go. Like the crisscross poof. Which I like, but I actually think that's too much mesh. Which is weird for me, I know. I'm going to take my other zip tie. Where's it first zip? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Zip tie this down. Is that around? Okay, yeah. I was like, is that even around one of the rings? But it is. Push this. I'll cut this first. Let me cut the 8 extra inches. And then we're gonna poof this out while I tell you a story. It's already pretty poofed out and the story is not long. I just watched one of the Dollar Tree crafters. I usually, like, I follow her on Instagram. I don't know why, because every time I do, I'm just like, ugh. I have 100,000 subscribers. We're probably making enough money to buy your mom a fence and I can't buy my mama. You know, it's one of those things where I mutter to myself. she was making a Deco mesh wreath, and instead of using pipe cleaner, she used zip ties. Y'all, she zip tied the poof all the way around, went back and made bundles that were like cut with scissors like that, added ribbon. I was like, that's like 42 zip ties on that wreath. Which, whatever, I'm not saying you need to be an amazing wreath maker, but if you're going to show people how to do something, don't make it that complicated. I was just like, why would anybody ever follow this tutorial when, I mean, I was just like, can you imagine me trying to put these in a pipe cleaner into zip ties as I'm doing it, and then go back and adding additional zip ties on top of that with mesh and ribbon in them? Oh my god. Talk about PTSD. I would never make a wreath again. And like, I know from a business standpoint, like, if you don't learn how to make a wreath, that's good for me. But this is fun, and I want y'all to have fun. Like, if you're like, oh, I can't do that, I'm gonna have to order that from him. Like, that's awesome. I need money. I need to buy my mom a fence and buy new teeth. That's a whole other thing. But, I also want y'all to be able to do it yourself if you want to. If you feel like you can, which you can. I mean, we're playing with pipe cleaners here. Your kids play with those. Or your grandkids, or your dogs if you don't have children. Okay, I'm just opening these up because we went and we kind of made them into a tube as we were pulling with the edges tucked in, and now I'm just going back and opening those up, but still leaving the edges. Like, see this? I don't know if you, let me see if you guys can see this. This is the edge. I just want it tucked under. Why, you ask? Well, because that's how I want it. Also, I just think it looks a little nicer. It makes everything look more finished if you don't see that edge. Like, see right here, the edge is showing. Just gonna flip it under a little bit. I can lose an inch of the mesh. It's 21 inches. Yeah, like, see this one showing, so just roll it under. That's personal preference. If you don't care, you don't care. Why do I feel like this? Is this already it? This is not as big as they usually are. Well, no, I guess it kind of is. And it doesn't have anything else on it right now. God, it's so wide. Okay. Why does this poof look so much higher? Did that start or stop somewhere? Oh yeah, that was where it ended. We'll stick a bow on top of it. If all else fails, stick a bow on it. Y'all, in the monitor, this looks straight up orange. Oh, it looks even worse when I do that. Okay, don't look at it like that. Alright, let's see. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. I am going to add to this. I don't know. Okay, this is how much is left, which I can probably get a couple of 10-inch cuts out of this for another wreath, not for this one because I hate cutting 21-inch mesh. To make those like awareness ribbon loop-de-loops. And I grabbed this mesh. I don't know what I use this for. I'm like looking around trying to see, but this is in the Wicked Witch wreath, I think. So I have, I just took the rest of the roll and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. Okay, so we can put one, either crumple or ruffle, and every other tie, and I'm thinking crumple? And these were towards the end of the roll, so they're gonna crumple up real nicely. I have a bunch of green left over from other projects, and I was like, do I have enough to go all the way around? But I didn't. I want to buy my mama fence for Christmas so bad, y'all don't even know. That's what would get me in the Christmas mood. If I could go to Home Depot and be like, here's $1,000, I want you to go put a fence at my mom's house. If I could do that, it would be amazing. But between the dog and all my teeth apparently getting ready to fall out, my teeth hurt so bad, y'all. I have such terrible, they're beautiful. They're straight. They're pretty much white. Never had braces. Never had any real tooth problems until I hit about like 30. And then like they were like, you know what? We're done. We're tired of you. We're tired of you smiling and exposing us to sunlight and drinking coffee and telling everybody how beautiful we are. We're leaving. And they just started like, you know, it was like one cracked, and then I had to get it removed, and then another one just kind of crumbled, and I had to get that one removed, and I was like, okay. And now, I'm just like, is it time for me to go get a full-on set of dental implants? Please. That'll never happen. I'll have to buy those fake dentures from Instagram. I was watching a woman who got hers done. She was like, my top was $23,000 and my bottom was $17,000, and I was like, okay, well, you know, teeth are, if that's the prices, teeth are highly overrated. But they are like hurting. Like not like splitting, not like splitting headache hurting, just like your teeth shouldn't hurt. I mean, am I right? Am I right? Please somebody tell me I'm right. Let's get that one goes in here. Okay. And I have 3 for the inside if I would so choose to put them in there, and I don't know that that's my fantasy today. I don't know if that's what I'm feeling. Honey. Honey. I was so excited about starting Christmas because y'all, of all the stuff I have the most Christmas crap. Alright, now everyone in here is going to get one, but either way, should I not put them in the middle? I just hate, okay, this is what I hate about it. Every time I go to put one in the middle, if I put one here, it's going to be right up against this one. So I'll say, okay, I'll skip that one and go to the next one because it's going to be every other one anyway. If I put one here, it's going to be right up against this one. And I guess I can kind of like turn these out this way. But no, I think I'm just not going to put them there. They'll be right there if I change my mind, but yeah. Alright, I am going to stop this right now because the air is off and I'm gonna die. I'm gonna go turn the air on, pick out my ribbons, get everything cut, and then we'll come back, make a bow, find a sign, glue in some ornaments, all that good fun stuff. Okay, I have searched high and low and I cannot find a sign that goes with this except for this one, which is fine because it's one. It's one of my favorites. What year is this? 2020. Yeah. It's from last year. I'm hoping that they bring it back this year. I'm trying to stretch. It's not working so well. I want it to go like over here, so I need Well, y'all know. Y'all know. I'm not gonna quit talking about it. Only 2 more days until I start physical therapy. I must have pulled out every Christmas sign I have, and I was like, nope, nope, nope. I had one that I kind of liked, but it was enormous. Like, it was so big. It took up the entire wreath, and I was like, nah, brah. So these are just some cable mounts from Amazon. I use these when I can't staple. I have some ribbons cut. I have a bunch of ribbons over here for a bow. And I have one big ornament, and I have some other ornaments, but I don't know how much more I can get done today. Okay, I'm gonna put this off to the side. Alright, I think because we have this window pane mesh and 6 of these, I'm gonna put the ribbons in the empty ones, only on that side. This turned on so I can glue when I need to. Alright, I'm using this. Is this a 4-inch? Yeah. This is a 4-inch from MacLeod's last year. And this is a silk dupioni from Craft Outlet. I'm only using this because I have 25 yards of it, or 50 yards of it. I have 50 yards of it. I think it's 50 yards. I don't know. And I wanted something with less of a pattern, you know. Okay, I'm gonna fold this in half. I'm gonna fold all of these in half. I can never tell which side is the right side with these, but I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm moving slow again. I finished filming the first part of this, and then I was like, alright, time for me to take a little break. Take a break, lay down for maybe an hour, but that was a bad idea. Because while laying down for an hour should seem like, okay, that's fine. Like I wasn't sleeping, I was just kind of laying there watching YouTube. I eventually had to get back up, and when I get back up, it is like 1,000 angry daggers into my spine. I don't know how people who have like actual jobs, when this stuff happens to them, like how do they deal with it? Like, I know I am extremely fortunate that I can stop and lay down in the middle of the day. Like, what if I had a 9-to-5 job instead of a 1 in the morning until 10 o'clock at night job? So these are cut at 14 inches. I know I forgot to say that. And even though I've said it, somebody probably still asked me in the comments. I want to leave a lot of this mesh showing Like I know I said before, I'm just going to cover it all up, but I think I do want... I don't want to completely cover it, obviously. I feel like sometimes with, if I use the 4-inch ribbon and the ties, it almost needs to be longer, because it feels like it doesn't stick out right. Like it doesn't stick out far enough, or it doesn't stick out... I don't know, like see how this is like folded in on itself? But that's more because I'm putting it in Poofs. Today's also, I think, the first day where I have just been like extremely hungry. Not sure why. I don't know if it's because I'm so tired. I don't know if it's like a stress thing. But I just want to eat everything. Luckily, I barely have anything in my house. I had to make a unexpected run to the grocery store today because I was just like, I got up, I forgot to fix my breakfast, take my breakfast out last night. So I had to defrost, I had to microwave that from frozen and it was terrible. And I was like, okay, I have like no freezer meals left, I have nothing prepped. I think I have pizza bagels that I made in the freezer, which I should have taken out already, but I'm going to put those in once I'm done with this, I think. And hopefully once it's still early, isn't it like 4 o'clock? What time is it? Yeah, oh, it's almost 5 o'clock. I was like, hopefully I'll be able to get outside at the right time to go take pictures of the 75 wreaths I have to take pictures of. See, don't these just seem like they're not cooperating? Oh my god, I'm so slow. I'm like almost emotional about starting therapy just because I'm like, I'm gonna get up in a couple weeks from now. Maybe not the day after the first appointment, maybe not the day after the 5th appointment, but eventually I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna be fine. And my back isn't gonna hurt. I'm gonna get some relief. I'll get a good night's sleep finally. That's always the dream, huh? I feel like crappy about filming right now, but I have nothing else to do. It's either lay in bed or do this, so I'm doing this, and I'm sorry I'm not more entertaining, but you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. I was gonna watch a movie. That's what I was like, I'll watch a movie. Y'all, I have Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime. No, I have Disney, Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Shudder, and one illegal streaming website where I can literally watch any movie that's ever been released. And I could not find a single thing to watch. I was like, no, don't feel like watching. No. I should have just like zoned out and watched American Horror Story because I know I don't have to pay attention to that plot. I'm tired. Like, you know, some people are like, oh, you know, oh, I wish I could just stay home and lay in bed. No, you don't. Let me tell you, it gets old real quick. But I know I can't work on this for much longer. If I want to get those videos, if I want to get those pictures taken. I also have I made that arrangement. You guys have seen the video already. I have not taken pictures of it, and the video has been done for like 3 days now, and I still haven't taken any pictures. So I can't finish the video until I take pictures. And I don't even need to go outside for that. I just need to find somewhere in this house where I can put it down and get a picture of it. I think it's especially important when you're doing a poof wreath. Well, it's important whenever you're doing a wreath, is to go through the poof. Like, don't try to go around the poof, because when you go to pull it down, I got a needle, y'all. I packed up a wreath today. When you pull it down around the poof, it's going to smash too much. So just get it in there. See, it's just sitting there. I'm just going to tighten it just a tiny bit. I'm only going around twice for now to keep it in place. I think I want it like that, yeah. I think this one needs to come over. Yeah, I was trying to put it in too far down. And you don't really need the needle if you can get it through the first time. I just can never get it through the first time, and then my pipe cleaner bends. At that point, it's just like, give up. Give that a little tug. Wrap it around a couple times. Are we still recording? My camera keeps shutting off because I don't have the air on. So my camera's like overheating, and I'm just like, you need to deal with it. I have to deal with it, you need to deal with it. And it's like, nope, I can just shut off. See, this side needs to come down a little bit. Not down, it needs to be pulled down a little bit. I mean, you don't want it to smush, but you don't want it to be completely uneven too. So I'm just gonna undo that, pull it down. I mean, that was like a 1/4 inch, if that. Like that. I probably want it straight like that. I kind of pull out stuff around it. I gotta go back and trim these pipe cleaners, but I'm gonna do that afterwards. And then I think I'm just gonna do one big bow here. And then I have this ornament, so I may try to like cluster one in here and just put some ornaments around. I don't know. I like this because it brings out this, and I love the emerald green with the lime green. So we'll see. Alright, moving this out of the way. gonna cut. Well, I'm not gonna cut. This is that ridiculously expensive ribbon. Oh, which surprisingly is made exactly like that Dollar Tree ribbon. And the other one, see how it's got the little holes? I don't know if y'all can see that. Interesting. Alright, so I'm gonna do this at I guess 7, because that's where it's at. I'm just going to be doing if there's a split in this ribbon, I am sending it back. I will take Wreath apart to get it all back on the roll to send it back to Craft Outlet. I am not the one, Janice. It is really pretty though. Oh. And I guess it could be like that D. Steven ribbons that's $60 a yard. Wow, this is really nice. Just because it's incredibly heavy. Like it's really heavy bodied. It's a real heavy body ribbon, I guess is what I was trying to say. I'm like, it's got a heavy body. She's heavy. Like, I'm going to take this extremely stiff ribbon and put it next to this, like, extremely flimsy ribbon. Date night. Well, it's Friday. And I just want to have a date with my heat pad. And that's sad. Once my back is better, I deserve like an out-of-town date night. Alright, that one was at 6.5. This one I'm using, because that sign's got a little bit of candy cane stripey kind of ribbon in it. So, I'm going to go to 6 with this. Last before the 1.5-inch ribbon. See, this is what I was talking about earlier. This $15.50 ribbon is constructed the same way this one is, where it's just kind of like fused together right there, which is how the Dollar Tree ribbon is. So, if you use this, if you use a ribbon like this, if you use Dollar Tree ribbon, I really don't care what you do. Just be aware, don't pull it. Alright, that was 7, 6.5, 6. This is 5.5. This ribbon is giving me major watermelon vibes. Like when you go to pull these, don't pull from the side, just pull the whole loop. Trust me, I've never had a Craft Outlet ribbon like this, but I did. I think it was the Easter ribbons for Dollar Tree last year. I was using those for like I was doing a video on like a Dollar Tree wreath, and it just ripped in half, and I was like, okay, well, that's that. Okay, that was 5.5. This one will be 5. I was just really leaving my tails like a 1/2 inch longer. I mean, 1 inch longer than my loops. This one's going to end it. I forgot to take the wrapper off. There we go. Please don't completely unroll. Yeah, my neighbor's cutting the grass. He's not going to stop barking. So I'm going to speed through the rest of this and yeah. I don't think that's my neighbor. I think that's somebody cutting a lot next to my house. I think when I go outside to take the dog OUT later, the grass is still going to be 3.5 feet high. So if you are watching this right now and you are subscribed to my channel, or if you have bought a wreath for me, I really do appreciate it. You have no idea. Let me tell you, I did something nice today for someone, a person who is subscribed and has bought a wreath from me. I did something nice today because I knew how much it would mean to her. I didn't have to. I'm not making any money off of it. I just said, you know what? Let me do something nice. And I did it. Not so I could sit here and tell you guys either, because I completely forgot about it until just now. But I know how much that is going to mean to her. And even if it's just a little bit, maybe she finds out about it when she's had a bad day, or a long day, or she feels like crap. I don't know. But just like, the tiniest thing you can do for somebody, if you can do something nice, do it. Especially if it's not any work. You know? Which, guys, just to let you know, hitting subscribe is free. Liking and commenting is also free. So, you know. Sharing my Etsy link is free. I know y'all are still on Facebook. Wow, I should have done 2 pipe cleaners for this. Now let's begin to begin you allies. The only thing I care about is in this bow is that this expensive ass ribbon, I shouldn't have said that, this very expensive ribbon is showing. And that I don't split this almost as expensive but way crappier watermelon ribbon. talk to my therapist about YouTube because y'all, if y'all want to know, like, you know how I bring it up in every video, if y'all want to know something that just kills me, it's YouTube. And obviously, if something is not, if something is like not making you feel good about yourself or what you're doing or whatever, like, you should stop. I'm not gonna be able to go take pictures now because that guy's outside. All right. Anyway, like, you know, if you're watching a TV show that's depressing all the time and it's making you depressed, stop watching it. So obviously, I should step away from YouTube, but I don't want to. I just, like, I uploaded a video today, and it was a grapevine. I listened to my grapevines on Friday because for some reason nobody watches on Friday. It this is how terrible it is. It's obviously not recommended it to anybody else, but it recommends my own videos to me. And it had like 50 views, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's not embarrassing. That's why when anybody asks me what I do, I'm like, oh, I usually don't bring up YouTube because then they're like, oh, what's your YouTube channel? And I'm like, you don't have to go over there. You have to worry about that. Trying to separate these, the 4-inch ribbons. I guess I should just be lucky that somebody's watching, even though no one has commented. It's been up for like 6 hours. No, it's almost 6 o'clock. It's been up for 9, 10, 11 hours? You know, I don't know. I need to do something. I don't know what it is, but I need to do something. Watch, I'm gonna click on a video one day and it's just gonna be me like jumping off the 2nd story building into a swimming pool full of jello. Be like, oh, YouTube doesn't recognize talent, so I guess I'll just be like an idiot like everybody else. Do stupid crap. Everybody go grab a plunger. We're making a Mother's Day present. Where did you come from? Okay. Wow, that's a nice bow. I kind of wish it was this way more. You can't really see the hat there, but I'm okay with that. So, I think that's where I'm going to leave this. I'm not going to, like, because I have to go dig through the ornaments and stuff. I'm not going to do that, because I just, every time I bend over, I stand back up and I'm like, I'm going to pass out. And eventually that's going to happen. Do I want to put this here? Yo, what is it about is that why nobody watches my videos? Because my wreath looks so terrible in the monitors? Like, I'm looking at this right now and I'm like, that looks terrible. I don't know where I want to put that. I gotta stand up and look at this to, like, I don't know, I'll just put it right here. I'm like, I have to stand up and never mind. Nestle that in there, and then I'll fill in with some other ornaments and whatever else I find. I have some. Look at you. Oh, you are cut. Never mind. I was like, look at you not being cut. What you doing? That bow needs some, you know, like 12 to 15 minutes of fluffing, which I won't subject you guys to. Alright, I'm going to throw up some pictures of the finished wreath. If you want to buy this, it'll be linked down below on Etsy. You can follow me on Instagram. If you want to join us on Patreon, it's $5 a month for exclusive videos. Wreath embellishment tutorials, behind the scenes stuff, early access to content, and if you want to tip me on Venmo, you can do that and I'll buy something with it. Something nice. Like a new bag. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.